Breaking news. The flood is coming, and it is bad. Lives are threatened. You have the key facts. It's your job to alert everyone at risk. As quick as you can, you issue a flood alert. Fire and police get your call. You post to your webpage, Facebook, and Twitter. You make a press release. TV and radio broadcast your message. Is it enough? What about people who aren't watching TV, listening to radio, or linked to your posts? What if your flood alert could show up immediately on all mobile phones in the area, pop up on Google Maps, search, and other Google tools, overlay online ads in apps and web pages, display on digital highway signs and billboards, maybe even trigger building smoke alarms as they evolve into all hazards alarms? In this video, you will learn a simple way to enable all of that. You will learn about the Common Alerting Protocol, CAP. I am Eliot Christian, and I'm here to show you what CAP is about. You'll see how the key facts of an emergency are carried in CAP, and you will learn a simple tool for sending CAP alerts. This tool is part of the free Hazards app provided by the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. CAP is a standard business form for emergency alerting. Any big emergency involves lots of people. They get lots of information in lots of different ways. But all of them should get the key facts of the emergency in the same way. Facts like, what is the event? What should people do? Exactly where is the alerting area? How soon is it coming? How bad will it be? How sure are the experts? These key facts are the elements in a CAP message. Of course, these are the same facts covered in your traditional press release or posted bulletin. Here's the difference in a CAP message. These key facts are represented in the standard format known as XML. Having the alert message in XML allows the key facts to be processed by software and networks worldwide. When the key facts are carried in the CAP message format, the emergency alert is suddenly far more accessible. The alert reaches people in ways we could hardly dream before. And all of that comes at hardly any extra cost. Let me show you what goes into a CAP alert, which is simply a text file. Our example alert is for a sudden flood. This is based on a real event that happened in Baghdad. First, we need to note who is sending the alert and when. For the CAP sender name element, we type in the Iraqi Meteorological Organization and Seismology, IMOS. IMOS issues alerts for floods due to rain. In the sender element is an email address. This is someone available for clarifications if needed. Here, I inserted the email address for the forecasting office of IMOS. The CAP sent element is set to the date and time the alert is issued. Here, we make that November 1st, 2015 at 1815 local time. The CAP identifier element ties this alert to Iraq, country code 368. It ties to IMOS specifically because 368.0 is the IMOS number in the International Register of Alerting Authorities. Now, these next three elements of the CAP alert are usually set the same way. Status equal actual, because our example message is not an exercise, part of the system reporting, or a test. Message type equal alert, because this alert is not modifying any previous alert. Scope equal public, as distinct from restricted to a particular audience or private to a particular individual. So here's how we represent in XML the 6 CAP elements we just specified. The XML schema for CAP is a simple structure of name-value pairs. You can see that each CAP element starts and ends with an XML tag made from the element name. The element value is between those tags. For our sudden flood example, we need values for the CAP elements named headline, description, and instruction. Now, the alert composer would typically use a messaging template, such as the IFRC Public Awareness, Public Education key messages. This flood alert template prompts for the cause of the flood, which could be heavy rain, storm surge, or dam failure. We also need to specify the alerting area. So the alerting area for this flood alert is Baghdad, especially the low-lying areas near the Tigris River. We substitute that text within the headline and instruction template. We also select heavy rain as the flood cause. Next, we need a term for the event, and we need to assign it to a category. The CAP category element has 11 values. We choose MET, meteorological. In the CAP event element, we just enter the word flood. We use our final CAP elements to indicate the priority of this flood event. We do this using 3 elements. Urgency, how soon, it's the time available to prepare. Severity, how bad, intensity of the impact. Certainty, how likely, it's our confidence in the observation or prediction. The values for urgency are about the time available for actions. We have immediate, act immediately, expected, act within the next hour. Future, act in the near future. Past, responsive action no longer required. The values for severity are about the threat to life or property. Extreme, extraordinary threat. Severe, significant threat. Moderate, possible threat. Minor, minimal or no threat. The values for certainty are observed, already occurred, or ongoing. Likely, more than 50% likely. Possible, less than 50% likely. Unlikely, not expected to occur. So for this flood example, we select immediate for urgency, extreme for severity, and observed for certainty. Putting together these CAP elements, here is our new CAP alert. This CAP alert can be simply entered with any text editor and saved with a file extension of XML. To add this alert to a website, we just make a hyperlink to that file. At this point, we have our CAP implementation. We have published an alert that complies with the CAP standard. Here is that CAP alert as visitors to the website would see it. This does have all the information, and it is complete from a processing perspective. But your web visitors don't want to see raw XML. So we add a line to the CAP alert that references our XML style sheet. With that in place, here is how visitors see the XML. Now, of course, an alerting authority typically publishes alerts pretty frequently, and tediously making each CAP alert by hand is not necessary. There are many tools to make CAP editing and publishing easy. You're about to learn to use the Hazards app tool for exactly that purpose. We need to keep in mind that receivers regard an alert as a kind of news bulletin. So we want a CAP publishing tool that maintains an internet news feed linked to the series of CAP alerts. For example, here is the URL and screenshot of a CAP news feed for severe weather in the state of Louisiana. Once you set up the CAP news feed, you not only enable people to easily come to your site and get your alert, you enable other organizations to help disseminate your alerts broadly. at no cost to you as a registered alerting authority. The Red Cross and companies like Google will pick up your alert and show it to users in the alerting area. The WMO Alert Hub will include your alert among those from other official sources worldwide. Mobile phone services, as well as TV and radio stations and print news media, can quickly broadcast your alert to the public in harm's way. Soon, online advertisers in your country can help as well, and companies that support digital signs like billboards on highways can also help show your alerts.